Alright, this is my Kubota. It's a L4701. I think it's like a 45 horse, four-wheel drive, and it's pretty good off-road. In a lot of ways, you know, making a mud truck is basically turning a truck into a tractor. You should have just bought a tractor. So it's got knobby tires on it, it's got big tires in the rear, and it's got portal axles in the front. So it's got really good ground clearance on the front, even though the tires are small. That's where portals came from, guys, you know, tractors. So that's great. It's got a selectable rear locking differential. It's got super low gears. Yeah, it can get itself out of most situations. If you have the bucket on it, it can push itself out. And high flotation tires, etc. Diesel engine, so really good torque, very waterproof, very simple. But one thing that it was lacking is a high air intake. The air intake is here, which, as you can see, is about hip height, which is about as high as the air intake on a stock YXZ. So that's something I've wanted to fix for a while now. And I'm looking at it, and there's a lot of room under the hood. So I think if I take the air box and I flip it over on top of this bracket and then run the piping from the intake a little differently into the air box, I can achieve a much higher air intake, and then I could pop out one of the headlights and maybe make it even higher. So we're gonna try to snorkel the tractor today, and then we're gonna go find all the vent lines and do all that stuff too, and then maybe we'll test it out for you guys. A question I get literally never is, why don't you do more videos on your tractor? No one's ever asked that. But I love playing with the tractor, so I'm gonna do it anyways, and you guys can watch it or you cannot watch it, but it'll probably be hilarious. Also, this thing without the bucket and shredder on it, the bucket comes off stupid easy, by the way. Got a little kickstand. Super light. It's like a racing tractor. You can put water in the tires and all that stuff, but I don't do that because I don't like tearing at my grass. So this is basically my, you know, overpriced lawnmower. Yeah, so it's also got full hydraulic steering. So in what ways are a truck better off-road? Is a truck better off-road? Suspension. This doesn't have any suspension. The front just is slightly articulated. You can see there where the striker is. That's the one way a truck is better, and that's literally the only way, I think. A truck has more seats and air conditioning, and I guess more power. But in every other way, this is better off-road than a truck. So it ought to do pretty good at whole pull, right? Let's try to walk you guys through what I've done so far. I know a lot of you guys are going to do this mod to your tractors. So that's the intake pipe. That thing actually pivots because Daddy Kubota is a genius, so you could rotate it. This inlet used to point straight down near the battery where you couldn't get a snorkel on it. I rotated the air box 180 degrees, now you can. Also, we got these nice two-stage filters. I put a piece of foam there to protect the air box. I'm going to put the filters in and put the cover on for the stiffness of the circle thing, and then I'm going to put a ratchet strap to secure the air box, and then boom, we got a nice fitting to go off with the snorkel. It's going to be the easiest thing I've ever snorkeled. It's almost like they designed it to be snorkeled. Like they you know, little Japanese man that made this thing knew I was coming. I've decided this is the optimal configuration for the air box. So this used to be straight down, so I've rotated it through 90 degrees would be here, and another 45 degrees to there. This is optimal because it allows you to come out of the headlight hole straight out at a 45-degree angle to your snorkel. Obviously, this is already pretty high, but we can't stop there. You can also rotate this cover wherever you want. It's a very, very genius airbox. I decided to rotate it this way so I could secure it to this bracket with a zip tie to supplement my ratchet strap. So it's on there very sturdily. Yes, this is a drain. However, we're not going to get any water in the airbox. It's going to be so high and so well snorkeled. This is no longer required, so we use this little mount point. So the airbox is on there, very sturdy, just good enough to mount a snorkel to even. So yeah, that's how you mount the airbox. Now, when we close the hood, I already removed the headlight, as you can see. Boom. There's the pipe. Dug through the precision snorkel box instruments of science. This is the patented Grom snorkel, as you can see. And we found exactly what we needed. So, comes out of the airbox right there into a 2x2 rubber coupler. Plenty of room of flex in between. And then it comes up here and it's tied onto the front brush shield, so it is protected from trees. It's not so high that it's going to get ripped off and obscure my vision, but that's about, I don't know, 5.5 feet tall. So it should have plenty of water fording capacity now. And yes, it's missing a headlight. No, I'm not going to snorkel the exhaust. That'd be a lot of work. It would look cool and sound cool, but a diesel's exhaust run underwater all day long. And I don't want the intake and the exhaust to get confused and start going the wrong way. If you have them too close to each other, weird things can happen. So let's give you a little test of what it sounds like. Idler on down. Oh yeah. popper in neutral. That thing's rattling, whatever. Let's give her some revs. Oh yeah, ready to go. Never do that, that's a bad idea. So I originally had it behind the Lexus, but that didn't look too good because the Lexus doesn't have air suspension. So this truck barely squatted, and it'll level itself out as soon as I start it up. If I start out and close the door, this sucker will level itself out. You hear the compressor running, and it's lifting itself up. So that's why air ride's really nice. Yeah, you see, totally level, doesn't care. Amazing. Now the trailer is a bit overloaded, but we got a lot of the weight on the tongue. It's 3,500 pound axle on the trailer. Tractor weighs 3,400 pounds without any of the implements on it. The truck can obviously handle whatever tongue weight. So the real thing that's probably gonna fail is the trailer's gonna break in half, or wheel tire's gonna blow out, or bearing's gonna break. I don't know. Definitely too much for that trailer, but we gotta put it to the test. Which means I got more rain than I thought. All right, let's see how this goes. We're only pulling a tractor. Piece of cake. The Ram may look stuck, but it's just creatively parked. I was trying to get it parked so I didn't need any ramps because I took the gate off the trailer. So it's a little flexed out. You can see we're spinning. You can see the airbag real good right there though. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so here's the tractor. Made it here on the single axle Blazer trailer. So shout out to them for making a pretty good trailer. Didn't break in half. Drive right off the trailer. It'll be on the ground when I back up for sure. And yeah, we got the cooler strapped on there. We got the snorkel. We got some snacks. And we're gonna go cruise around Hole Upon the tractor. Tractor donuts! Yes! Yes! What a machine she is! That was sketchy. Thank God for the locker. You gotta unload it nice and slow. Pick the back of the truck off the ground. I may let a little air pressure out of the tires. Yeah, back of the trailer is sitting on the ground. just barely fits on this trailer. The tires turn so sharp you can act like a brake. Right there. All right. So we're still in two-wheel drive. We haven't needed rear diff lock. We haven't needed four-wheel drive. And we haven't really needed the snorkel. The trails are pretty packed down, but it is raining and it's pretty wet, so I'm sure we'll find something to get it stuck in. Oh, we need it extra low. Diff lock engaged. Oh, we need four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive engaged. Ah! Need a front locker. Try a little speed and power. Yes! Not too shabby. Four-wheel drive. Yes! What a machine! What a machine she is! Let her eat, boys! All right, so the tractor survived, just got it all cleaned up. Really no signs of water intrusion or damage anywhere. One thing I did notice, I don't know much about these tractors, to be honest. I just used to cut the grass. But there is a breather next to the dipstick down here. So you can see that breather that kind of comes up, right, this guy, it kind of comes up and makes a U. I should have snorkeled that. It never really went under because that's pretty damn deep. If it did, it's just for a split second. That seems to be some kind of transmission breather. It just comes up and makes a little U. So I'll snorkel that for next time. You can probably see it better down here. Yeah, it's right there, down there. But if there's any other breathers on this thing you guys know about, let me know. Most of it seems already pretty high. The deepest I took it yesterday was just a little over the floorboard, so pretty good. Nothing's milky. Engine oil, hydraulic fluid, all looks good. We're a little worried about the starter. It did go under, and it's just got a little breather thing right here, so whatever. At least it's easy to get to when it goes out. Doing a little maintenance on the Grom. It got sunk again, so I'm changing the oil. And also, it's been cranking really slow, so I was trying to find the solenoid. This doesn't actually have a solenoid, it's this little relay. And I'm pretty sure this is the issue, because I pulled the relay out, and I jump her across her. There's no oil in it! Ah! And it cranks, so I think I need a new little relay guy, because I can feel it click, which means it's getting the signal, it's just not making connection. And if you look in there, you can see some rust growing. So it seems like this is the one component of the Grom that is not fully waterproof. While I was in there, I deleted all of the emissions bullshit, literally just ripped it off. Whatever that charcoal canister catch can thing is. I left this thing plugged in, that way it doesn't throw a code, but all you have to do is just cap right there once you yank it all off, and now you got a lot more space in here. So it's more performance now, which is good. We like high performance. Could probably also delete some of this shit too. A lot of shit you can delete on here. But yeah, she's doing pretty good considering I just need to get a new one of these. For now I can just bump start it, obviously. It's only 125. This thing refuses to die. I was gonna do one oil change on her, send it.